Good morning, everyone. It is Thursday, the 31st of October. Happy Halloween if you celebrate Halloween. We don't typically here in Australia, although I think the holiday is getting a bit bigger, probably because of the supermarkets pushing their stuff. But anyway, happy Halloween if that's what you celebrate. We are going to switch gears from Christmas, and we're just going to have a look at one of the stamp sets that is coming out in the new online exclusives range, which is the Happy Hibiscus bundle. And this one is one of those hybrid bundles. So we're going to be embossing and die cutting together. So I have to admit, I'm not the best at doing that. And so we're going to have a play with that. So if you've got any tips for me, I would love to hear them. Good morning, Deborah. So let's get hot with all this hair. Let's get the camera. Oh, actually, first I want to show you, I'm actually going to case a card today, but I'm going to change up the colors to colors perhaps that are a little bit more me. So this is the card that I'm going to be casing, and there's actually quite a few colors in this card, like more than what I would have thought. So that's what we're going to case. I'm going to change it up. We're going to use Petal Pink and Calypso Coral and some Old Olive to have a play with that, but I thought it was quite pretty. So, and I might change the sentiment around as well. I'm not quite sure about that yet, but that's what we're going to do. So it is perfectly fine to case cards. I get so many emails that say I feel bad because I'm not coming up with my own work or anything like that, but that is totally fine. We all case cards. It is fine to be able to do that, and everything changes a little bit anyway and sort of becomes your own anyway. So good morning, Ronnie, Lynn, Katrina, Nicole. Good morning. Okay, let's get this one around. Where am I looking? Over here. Pressing all through. I was running around right at the last minute, and so I shouldn't do that because it always leaves me feeling a little bit flustered. So okay, so let's take a little cool down, have a little breath, and have a look at the bundle. So this is the Happy Hibiscus. So it is photopolymer, and there are 12 stamp sets. This one down here is an all-in-one. So 3 of them all come up in one. And you know what? I don't know that we're actually going to be doing any. The only stamping that I think is a little bit of texture and the sentiment. So we won't actually be using a lot of these, but I have been creating with it already. So I've got lots more cards to show you using this. And then we have the die. I'll bring that in. We have the die set to go with it. So we have, of course, the big one, which slots into the embossing folder, which I'll show you in just a moment. And then the leaves, we'll cut out the leaves in the stamp set. And then we have some standalone little flowers and some standalone leaves and a couple of frames, which are really quite nice as well. Hello, Jeanette. Yes, this one is quite a nice bundle, hybrid in bundle. And so this one here is the embossing folder. And this one is really pretty as well. It's really, really deeply etched. Nice one. And of course our 3 that fit in is this one here, and that just sort of slots in there nicely. Okay, and we've got lots of little stars and flowers and all sorts of different ones. So I am going to attempt to emboss that, and I can never get my head around the right way to do it. I'm going to put my card down. Okay, see, this is where I start to struggle already. I will put my card down, and it should fit in there, right? Or is it better to do it? Is it better to do it this way? It fits. It slots nicely on that side, but it just sits on top on this side. So I never know what the heck I'm doing. Is it better to do that? You guys tell me. Oh, that actually is looking quite good. I'm going to try and hold that there while I bring in my embossing machine, because I bet you anything it'll change. Okay, and the plates that we need for this one is just as if you were running an embossing folder through. So plate 1 and plate 4. Good morning, Jennifer and Anne. Hello, hello, good morning. Welcome. Okay. So any tips for me before I roll this sucker through? Because you know me, I'm assuming that that's the right way to do it and it shouldn't be the other way. Oh, making me nervous. Making me nervous. No one's talking anything and I know that there's a lag. Oh. Actually, I'm going to have to do that again because I just stuffed that up. Sit it on top. Put my card on top. And clamp it shut. Alrighty. All right, I'm just going to do it. I know that there's a lag and I'm just going to try my best. If it doesn't work, I'll just cut another piece of cardstock, right? Let's see how we went. Yay! I got it. I got it. Oh my gosh, the stress, the stress. There we go. But look at all the other pretty, oh man, am I going to be freezing up today? This is not a good sign. Well, it does. It fits in the grooves, but it fits in the grooves this way. But you have to put your cardstock in. Like it locks in really nicely, but you have to put your cardstock underneath that. So because it won't go the other way. So it locks in nicely that way, but you have to put card in it. So I haven't figured it out properly. Maybe I need to go and watch some professional card makers and see how they do it, right? Watch YouTube's on that. Alrighty, let's get this big guy out of the way because everything else I can do with my small machine. And I have gone, I am glitching badly today. Hopefully I'm not glitching too badly for you, otherwise I'm going to be really annoyed. So if anybody wants to tell me if I am glitching, hey Leslie. All right, so in the, I've got that. Wait, and I need that. So in the photo, what they have done is they die cut these and then they've painted straight on the top of them. So, oh, okay, so I have been doing it right. Oh, God, who knows? All right, so I need, the colors that I'm using, which I didn't tell you, are, and I have to find them in my thingy here, is Petal Pink. And my favorite to put with Petal Pink is actually Calypso Coral. So I'm going to do a little bit of water painting and then I'm going to bring in my Old Olive. Did I tell you the colours I was using? I can't remember. Old Olive for a little bit of watercolouring on here and then I'm going to do some die cutting. Sounds windy. Oh, really? I've got my... I don't know. Not having a good day. Okay, so what I'm going to do is just squeeze my ink pad. I'm not sure about the sound because it's coming from my iPad as normal. But what I'm going to do is just pop, I should have done this one after actually. I'm just going to paint that center in, and I should have done it watery because I want a really watery one. I'm just going to paint the center of that as well. It's not a good streaming day. All right, what I'm going to do is grab a re-inker for this one. If I can find it. Petal Pink, finally found it. And I'm actually going to put some drips in here because I want it a reasonable, and I might have to come back and do that Calypso Coral a bit too. All right, so let's squeeze some water in here, make a fairly wet slush, and we're just going to lay that down. Probably need a little, I want it really watery. I actually wanted it lighter than that, but it's not gonna work for me. Hopefully it dries a lot prettier than that. Oh gosh. Maybe it's going to be one of those days, right? There we go. Because it is quite an orange pink, isn't it? That's a bit better. Not really, but anyway. And we'll just go over it again. I'm fearing that these don't look very good. They don't look very good at all. Do you know what? They look atrocious. I am thinking I'm going to start again because they look, bleh. They look dreadful. All right, let's get rid of you guys. Let me do my green first. I'll see if my green works, and then I might use that. Yeah, it's on regular cardstock. It's just on plain old cardstock. Let's try a different way. Okay, you know what? I'm going to try. Let's try a little bit of this. And if it doesn't work, I will just pull out coloured cardstock and we will do that. So just some old olive and then some water. And then these I'm just going to die cut from. So I might actually do this same technique with the pink and see how we go from that. And of course, now that I'm doing this now, and I will probably have to, sounds intermittent crackling. Oh man. Nothing is gonna want to work there. And I'm just going to put less water down. And I'm going to have to dry these quite well before I only want to pick up little bits before I go and emboss, like die cut them, because we know what happens when we do that. Actually, I quite like that a lot better. Maybe I will try that. Good evening. I wonder why it is crackling. Set it up all the same as what I had before. So I don't get it. All right, I've got another piece of white down here. You know what? Maybe I'll try some. I was going to say maybe I'll try thick. Let's try this. We'll see what happens. Make sure that my piece is going to be big enough, because that would be just my other luck, wouldn't it? Yeah, that's big enough. All right, let's see what we can get with this effect, because I quite like that. That's come up quite nicely. And this might give it a nicer, softer look as well. All right, a bit of water. And lay it down. That might be a bit better. And then I can just go in and, oh yeah, look at that. That looks a lot, wait for it to focus. That looks a lot nicer, I think. Going to run out of water soon too, and it's drying softer. Probably don't need all of that, but that's okay. Yeah, look at that. That's a bit prettier, isn't it? Now what I can do is just do some more. And just see if I can get, I wanted a real watercolor look, like with the puddles and stuff, but it's not happening for me. Maybe we're all playtime today. I didn't actually intend to be this playtime. Did I put my re-anchor away? No, here it is. But a lot of fun comes from playtime. I'm not getting the lines. Darn it, just, you know, a lot of the time you don't want the harsh water lines, but today I want the harsh water lines and I'm just not getting them. Anyway, that's okay. I'm not going to fluff too much. So there we have our 2 background pieces. At least they'll match, right? And the green one's starting to dry quite nicely, actually. That's starting to come up with a completely different texture to it. Okay, let's get this cleaned off, and I do have to dry them before I even attempt to cut or emboss them now. Oh, and now I have to go through that whole embossing process again. Aches. All right, bear with me. If you want me to mute, just tell me and I can mute. If not, I'm just going to hit it with the heat gun. Yeah, that's drying really nicely now. Some good mottling going on. Still a little bit too damp though, that's the only problem, and I know what happens. I've done it before and it just absolutely, like, especially if your dies are getting tighter and you just can't get the cardstock out of your dies, it ends up tearing them because the paper's so fragile. Oh, I remember a couple of years back, it was right at the very last couple of days of the Stampin' Up year. I can't remember how many years ago now. We lost power. Oh, actually, the whole state had a blackout because the power lines went over in a storm, and we didn't. Yeah, we had 4 days without power. So I can empathise with you. Craig brought out the generator just so that we could have showers and charge up our devices again. Oh, and I think we bought in the 12-volt battery from the caravan so we could watch movies in the evening. Okay, so let's die cut from this one here. So I'm going to grab one of each leaf and plonk that in. I just quite like the texture that's in all of that. I don't think I'll worry too much about what I'm going to get. Just going to do it now because now we're running behind our card making and I've frozen again. See, they get stuck. If you let it, if you let it be too wet, they get stuck in the dies and then they tear when you try and pull them out. So let's get the pointy tool. Pointy tool. Yeah. Oh, that one came out. Good-o. And these will be, I've got some already die cut, so thankfully for that. So they are going to be a nice contrast to the actual olive green that I'll be using as well. So it probably would have been easier just to use like a soft sea foam or something, but that sort of gives a little bit of texture going on. Okay, let's pull this guy out again and cross fingers. Cross fingers, we can do this again. All right, let me get the big machine. Tell you what, this card had better work out because, oh dear. All right, so upside down, put it on this one. Nope. Nope, that's the right way. All right, so we want to go upside down. And then pop my cardstock on top, close it, and then run it through. All right, let's hope I've got it pulled around the right way. Hooray! Look at that, 2 for 2. All right. And I don't know that I am going to go back in. I think I will just leave them as is. I have a feeling that it might be one of those cards that doesn't get given away. We'll see. We'll see how it turns out. All right. I'm not going to put that away. I will put my die away. Okay, I have got all my bits and pieces. So I've got these guys. So I don't know whether I'm going to go over them. I've die cut a few of these flowers, and then I've got some extra little bead leaves and bits and pieces. So what I'm going to do is stick these together. So one will layer on top of the other. And these are cute because they've actually got little score lines in them, so you can pucker them up a little bit. So let's layer them on top of each other. I don't like it when things don't go to plan. It's okay when you're sitting at home on your own, but when things don't go to plan on screen, it sort of upsets the apple cart a little bit. Okay. Oh, yeah, that's what happened. Yes, it's and, you know, for us, the rest of the state came back on, no worries. But for us, our generator, the town generator didn't kick in. And then they needed parts to fix the generator. So what we got there? Okay, so I just puckered those guys up a little bit. And the leaves, actually, you can do the same with the leaves as well. Okay. Now, should I attempt to add a little bit of colour to the middle of these or not? I'm a little bit scared to do that. Maybe I could do it with, because you can't really see the middles of these. Maybe I can just, you know, otherwise they're going to just look like blobs on my card, and you're not actually going to, I don't know that that actually makes any difference. I just don't want big blobs on my card. All right, let's put that stuff away. And I've got my card base here. And another piece of white, which I have somehow managed to get pink on. I don't know. It's one of those days. I have a feeling like every time I come on and do a live, it's one of those days though. It's starting to drive me donkers. All right, so we want to pop these guys around in some sort of a display fashion, and they had actually cut this on an angle, and I didn't do that. Oh, which reminds me, use bling for the centers. That's a good idea. It reminds me, if you are wanting the, I don't know whether you are going to want the measurements and the instructions for this card, but if you do, then you can head on over and subscribe to my newsletter, and that will get you, I just got to get a pencil, sorry. That will get you a PDF of the card that we are attempting to make today. I can do you, and then I'll mark you. Right. Well, let's see. So we'll cut that on an angle. Okay. This way. Yeah, I think lots of people after that incident run out and got like, I think you can you get like permanent generators that you can hook up to your house? I'm pretty sure that it wasn't like batteries or anything. Okay. Transgrid. Oh, really? Wow, $90 million fine. That's huge. Okay, so let's go back to my picture just so that I know what I am looking at. Okay, so we've got, see now, because mine doesn't have a white edge on it now because I did that thing. So I'm just going to lay these down like they've got theirs. That one goes that way. And then I will come back on screen and show you. One's up there, that one's up there, and that one's around there. Oh yeah, this is looking sucky. It's just not happening today. Oh dear, dearie me. What can you do about it though? I don't know. Okay. Alrighty. It's just a mess. It's a mess. I don't like it. I don't like it. What can I do? You know what I'm going to do? I'm sorry, but I cannot put together a card that I do not like. I am very, very sorry that I'm going to do this to you guys. But I can't do it. It's not a different color. It's these things. It's them. They're just disgusting. They're gross. You can't tell what they are. They're just horrid. So I am going to do this. And I do apologize, but they're just going to be stamped images. Can't do it. It'll be just my luck now that I get these stuck on the blocks the wrong way. So I apologize. This is such a muck up of a card. It is terrible. There we go. Honestly. So I don't know. They have watercolored on their flowers, but I don't know how they got such a pretty looking flower. But mine are definitely not pretty looking. So now these are going to be tricky to die cut because, oh, you know what? Just not happening. Because if you don't place these in the right, are they the same shape even? Oh my goodness. All right, let's put you down. I give up. I give up today. Oh, Judith, I don't know whether you want to be here. Today is just not a happening day. It is not a very good day. I am not in a happy mood. Oh, and that one's gone off now. Has anyone ever heard Alisa swear? Oh, you know what? I'm just. So excuse me if I don't talk for a moment. What set are we using? Maybe one I wish I'd never purchased. Happy Hibiscus. I wonder if I can do it this way. Jiminy Cricket, I have never had so much trouble in anything. Thank you, Katrina. Oh, golly gosh. I am not embossing them either. They are just going to be plain old die cut, and that's it. Nasty, nasty things. All right, let's see how we go. Let's see how we do this one. Excuse me if my head gets in the way, but I am going to take my time. Wish me luck. Now, these are actually, that's going to do. You know what? I am not even going to go, and that's just going to work. And these, I haven't conditioned them yet, and the ink's beading on them. So just give them a wipe on the chamois, and then I just dry them off on my pants. Okay, now this one's going to be, oh no, I thought that was going to be tricky. I thought we were going to be round and round and round in circles, but we're not. Okay. Oh, Leanne. Oh, gosh. At least if you're watching the replay, you can just fast forward everything, right? Again, this hasn't been conditioned. I haven't used the stamp yet, so I'm just giving it a wash on my chamois. And then like I said, I just dry it off. I'm wearing daggy tracksuit pants. My top is always relatively nice, and then I've usually got my daggy tracksuit pants. Or if it's hot, sometimes my pajama pants. So, and then the ink will take on here a little bit better. So we'll go around. Yeah, I could have stamped and fussy cut. I could have done that as well, because honestly, they wouldn't have been too hard to fussy cut either. They're not overly intricate. All right, that one turned out pretty good. And that one's not too bad. Hey, now we can move on. Holy cow. Actually, I need you. Oh, okay, where's my stamp set? There is texture on the cards, and I'm thinking that I probably cut my white on a bit of a wrong angle as well. I need another block. Let's get this sucker made. Holy cow. I think I'm going to be happier with that though. All right, let's get a little bit of texture going on. So they have done, and you know what, I'm just going to randomly pop it on here. I don't know how much they put on or where they put it on, but I'm just going to stick it on. I'm a little bit over it now. And then let's just do some on here, bearing in mind that you'll probably come down that far. No, I haven't used texture on stamps for such, like on this type of thing, for such a long time, but we'll pop them on there, and wherever they turn is where they turn. Okay. I think we can get stuck down. Oh, I haven't got a sentiment. Okay, so what I was thinking, actually, I don't think, let me look at that picture again, because I'm pretty sure that I can get away with the sentiment going on last. Yes, I can. I can get most of it down because, right, okay, here's where you, whoops, I'm pressing the wrong buttons. Here's where I can do a little bit of, you know, what should I put on? So I can either use the happy birthday, or actually that one, I wonder if it will fit. I was thinking about using this other shape. No, that's not going to fit because this stamp set is bigger too, I think. So I could do happy birthday in this frame, which I really quite like. Or I could do a thin one. I might have to do a thin one. That one doesn't fit. Or this stamp set is from the Alpine kit that we had, and it's got a happy birthday in it, which would fit in the circle. So I could either do a circle or I could do a long happy birthday. So you guys let me know your preference. And I'm thinking about doing it on black, and that black piece isn't big enough. So let me know, happy birthday circle or happy birthday small and straight, and I will fiddle with this. Hello, Mimi. Oh, I'm just, it's not happening today. Just letting you know. Just letting you know. All right. You down there. You go up there. Okay. And then we have you guys that will come around. You know what? I think we could probably save this card. So these will all sort of come around. See, so when you go to case a card, just saying, things don't always go to plan. And it can end up a whopping big mess. Actually, do I want black or do I might do old olive actually. Okay, long happy birthday. Something. Oh God, it's horrible, it's horrible, it's horrible. Oh. Just getting some old olive. I'm thinking old olive. Alrighty. I better put you back in you, otherwise I'll forget where you came from. Long birthday. And this one I've used lots. It doesn't want to stick to the block anymore. Sorry, I'm just licking it. Okay, white embossing. This is a nasty card. Nasty. I have to do long skinny too because I think there's going to be too much space around. Actually, you know what? I could die cut it and then I could trim it down. Oops, don't put that on there yet, you Wally. I might actually, I just had a thought. So I don't know that I should be thinking today though, because obviously my thinking hasn't gone to plan for anything that I've done. All right, we will get there. We will get there. Nice big pot of brand new embossing powder. Love it. All right. Happy birthday. Don't know that this card will actually get sent to anybody. We'll see. It might be okay. We'll see. All right, so what I'm going to do is cut this one out and then I might trim it down because I really do like, it's got little indents on the sides and I really do quite like that, but it's too wide for the sentiment. So I might trim it down but keep the length, and that way I will have a little bit of detail on the edges. And I should have die cut first. This will teach me to stay up late reading. God. Leslie, I'm glad you're having more success with it than I have. You know what I want back? I want our shimmer paper back. Just saying. That's going to be crooked. Still going to be crooked. Do you know, I've made 1.5 other cards with it, and I don't actually know whether I like either of them as well. Just saying. All right, so see how it's got the really nice, I really like the little lines that are on the edges. So if I trim that down but keep that, that should be nice, because that's just way too much room around. Oh, I might be doing Stampin' Up! A disservice. Everyone might be going, oh no, she's done a crap job with that, so I'm not going to get it either. I'm not going to buy it now. Wouldn't that be terrible? No. I'm sure that we can surely. Sorry, Stampin' Up! We're supposed to be promoting your products. All right, here we go. Happy birthday. See, that looks a little bit. See, now that doesn't look too bad. Now you get your sentiment on there. We're gonna have fluff. We're gonna have other stuff. Let me get my fluff out. I'm just going to use white twine, and then I'm going to colour some pearls. I think I've got, and I'm making a mess. I've got stuff everywhere, which is as well. Okay, let's figure this out. Let's get you stuck down. All right, we're getting there. Oh. So to everyone out there who struggles with card making, it is and I'm going to bring this up higher at the bottom because I think I cut too much off of my angle. So I'm just going to bring that a little bit higher up than what the sides are. So it's not going to have an even border, but at this particular point in time, I don't care. All right, I'm going to leave this on here just so that I have a workaround and I know where things are going to go. And I think I'm going to stick everything down flat, but I'm only going to put the adhesive in the middle, so that way, and see how, and I keep freezing as well. And because I've got such a, I stamped it wrong, but this part is going to be hidden. So I'm not going to be too fussed about that actually. So we'll pop that there. This one's going to go on top. Again, just put your adhesive in the middle. That way you can slip all your other bits and pieces underneath it. I want to bring it down just a little bit. All right, let me just have a quick brief look at that. So I've got that going on. A leaf will go right. Okay, I think I've got that. So we had one up here. We have got one down here. That one will go down there. And then we had one of these tucked in under here. And you may need to snap those little stems off so that you can poke them up under. Gonna stick it there, and then this one, I'm going to pop it up here. Right, and then I had, I think the time has come to pop our sentiment on now. So I'm going to use dimensionals for that one. Will these fit? Probably not. Well, let's use minis, but we'll use a fair few of them. All right, so we'll get that on, and then we can slip the rest of these guys underneath, which, you know, possibly these dimensionals will get in the way, but we'll just trim whatever we need. All right, so let's pop that down. So because we've got a different shape, we're going to have to alter these a little bit. This one will go up here. I'm sure that that one came underneath. Let's pop this one down first. Might actually pop him underneath that flower as well. I know it was over the top, but we'll pop that one there. And then this one, I think, you know, at this point in time, it doesn't really matter what the original one looked like, because we're just going to ad lib and make our own little happenings. Whoops. Grab that and we'll pop you under there. And then these guys, we'll probably need some liquid glue wherever that's gone. And I think they had them, we'll just pop one there. I might have to put, I think they put them in different places. And up there, radio. So mine is quite different. That's okay. And I'm actually thinking about putting this one in a different spot altogether. Whoops, I'll get rid of that. Sorry about that. Actually, I might just pop it there, just underneath. All right. Goodness me. Right, we need some twine. Back to my comments. Well, we'll see. I'm still out on the issue. Maybe it's because I'm too close to it, but I might actually, let me just lift that off. I'm going to come back with you. Alrighty. Now I'm thinking I was going to put down some, I was going to colour some old olive, some pearls in old olive, but I'm actually thinking that I might colour them in Calypso Coral and put them around. Okay, got some mini glue dots over here. Oops. If I can find them. Right, let's put you there. Nice little bow, and then we've got this guy. I might have to put a glue dot on him now. Actually, I might put that up the top, and I'll. Oh, now I got glue on my pants. Glue dots probably would have been a better thing for me. Oh gosh. Haircut. Right, now, yeah, I'm thinking I need to bring in a little more Calypso Coral. So I've got pearls in here somewhere. I'm actually going to use these grey pearls. And Calypso Coral in dark. And I'm going to colour a few of these in. They're going to give like an unusual, oh my gosh, that nib is just dreadful. My nib is well, as my kids would say, it is totally munted. Look at that now, I've just absolutely destroyed it. I'm not sure whether I'm still frozen on my screen, but let's get a couple of these done. It's already destroyed. I might as well destroy it even more, right? One of these. I don't think I have a different marker. Whoops, she's knackered. Whoopsie, I really stuffed that one up. I think I need a replacement. Okay, let's get them dry off a little bit and get these stuck around. And then I am calling this quits. Quits, I tell ya. Not happy. I will be done. Thank goodness for that. Holy moly. It was a test, I tell you. I don't know why. I don't know why. These things are sent to test us sometimes. Yep, that's it. And according to my screen, I have been glitching and freezing the entire time. So I don't even know what it looks like. And the audio apparently is crap. So it's one of them days. And so there you go. But I do have... That is another card that I've made. I'll be taking photos. I haven't taken photos of these yet. I'll be taking photos of them and putting them up during next week. And I've got one that's half finished. It was pretty buckled. I'm just waiting for it to, but it's got so much wink of Stella on it. This one's sort of given me like retro feels. So I've got to make this one into a card yet, but I don't think you can see it. But I painted all the black hibiscus with wink of Stella, and they when this direct sunlight is hitting it, that is so pretty, but I don't think the camera's picking it up. But so I've still got to make a card with that, but I have it might grow on me. Maybe it was the color choice, I don't know, but I don't know. I'll look at it for a little bit. I will definitely take photos of them and so that we can see how we go. So that is it from me. I will be back next week, hopefully with something that goes a little bit smoother. It is the last day of the month. It is the last day of the joining offer. So if you wanted to take advantage of a value added kit, you get more bang for your buck. You can come join our team, and also the kits, that's the last day for them to be on sale as well. So just a quick reminder of them. We are done. I'm not even going to come back to myself because I can tell you now I am in a very frazzled state. I'm going to go and scream. Maybe I'm going to go and put a little bit of whiskey in my coffee or something. Anyway, take care, and we will see you all again next week if you're going to come back. Take care, everybody. Bye.